What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. First things first, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button yet, go ahead and hit that so you can have the favor of the dice gods for all of eternity. Today we're going to be playing some Reign in Hell. This is a skirmish game written by Adam Loper and Vince Venturella. Adam Loper is also known as Uncle Adam, one of the most mellow voices in the Wargaming community. Him and Vince wrote this game, and it is an enormous amount of fun. I did not think that there would be a skirmish game that could be as crunchy and satisfying as Warcry, and then I found this. It is an incredibly simple game, but it is also an incredibly fun, bloody, crunchy game. And it's got a really interesting activation system that is incredibly random and yet still creates some really tense gaming situations. Now today we're going to be playing from the expansion to Reign in Hell, which is the Oculus Spear. This is a campaign. It's meant to be played in order, starting with mission 1, going through to mission 6. We're going to start with mission 1 today. This is designed for solo or co-op play only, whereas this has rules for your campaign play, for playing against other people. And I've played a few games like this, but the majority of what I've played of this game so far has been missions from this campaign. So we're going to be starting today with the first mission. That being said, let's take a look at the mission, let's take a look at the forces, and let's take a look at the board.
Recently, two powerful cabals met in an epic clash. Both leaders had amassed power for years before confronting each other. They spent time cultivating their resources, empowering themselves and their demons with essences long thought lost, and each carried relics from bygone ages. The clash was titanic, and the reverberations of the power could be felt across the shifting landscape of hell for leagues in all directions. None survived. The first stop on your road to power is to visit the site of this titanic battle. Most demons fear to tread here, for the essences of sundered souls rest uneasily, and more than a few have found themselves consumed by the malign curses and sorcery of this place. For the cunning or bold, however, it represents a chance to gain power like no other if the essences and relics of these destroyed cabals can be harvested. If you are playing this mission as a solo mission, you will need at least 6 demonic enemies. If you're playing as a co-op, you will need at least 10. The enemies are best on 25 to 32 millimeter bases. Terrain notes: the board should be set up as per the light terrain rules in the Reign in Hell rules, page 40 of the main rule book. Any ruins generated are haunted ruins. Deploy your cabal into the player 1 area marked on the map. If you're playing a co-op game, the second player will deploy into the player 2 deployment area. Enemies are set up into the 2 zones marked enemy on the map, divided equally between the 2 deployment areas. Set up 6 enemies if this is a solo game, 10 if it is a co-op game. 1 objective is placed in each of the 3 locations on the map as labeled. Special rules. Objectives are controlled as per the standard rules presented in the Reign in Hell main rulebook. See page 7. Demons must be at least 3 inches from the edge of an objective to control it. Carrion demons will attack any enemy within a ½ inch. If there are multiple enemies within a ½ inch, randomly determine which enemy they attack. 2. If there are no enemies within a ½ inch, but there is at least 1 enemy within 9 inches, carrion demons will move up to their full move to the closest enemy within 9 inches and make a combat attack. If there are multiple enemies equally distant within 9 inches, carrion demons will attack the enemy that is already engaged with a carrion demon. If none of the equidistant enemies are currently engaged, randomly determine which enemy the carrion demons moves to and attacks. 3. If there are no enemies within 9 inches, but a carrion demon is currently fighting an enemy anywhere on the battlefield, the carrion demon will move its full move towards the closest enemy engaged with a carrion demon. And 4. If there are no enemies currently engaged with the carrion demon, then the carrion demon will move its full move in a random direction. Alright. Playing the role of our carrion demons, we have a set of Games Workshop Chaos Furies. And then slipping on over here to my cabal, I've got an assortment of 3D printed Oni. I have, going from left to right, Emma O, my zealot leader. Shoko O, my executioner demon, because I am playing a judge philosophy cabal. Okina, a slaughter fiend. Kirito, another slaughter fiend. Himori, a tentacle beast. Kenshin, a spine demon. And Baku, a corpulent demon. Okay, we are set up and ready to get this game going. We got 3 objectives, here, here, and one tucked back here behind this wall. We've got 2 groups of carrion beasts, carrion demons, munching on some bones, crunching on some rocks, doing whatever it is that they do. They will have a chance, if I kill them, of respawning in these spots. The game is won if at any point all of the demons are dead, or if at the end of round 5 I control all 3 of those objectives. The demons will activate on 12, 8, and 4. Let's see what I activate on. Alright, I have 7 demons in my cabal, so I have 7 D12s. And then we sort them in order. Okay, so I ended up with a little bit of treble, a whole lot of bass, and very few mids. But I do have a shot at activating first on clock 12. Okay, so throughout the game, the carrion demon dice will be the blue dice. My dice will always be the Pop-Tart dice. Let's roll off, see who's going to get to activate first on 12. And, alright, that's me. Alright, so I do not have the movement to get a good charge on these guys early. And I don't really want to give them range to jump on me first. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take Okina right here, and I'm just going to pull him down a little bit this way. Okina activated. Then we go to 2 demons are going to get to activate on 12. None of them are within 9 inches of me, and there are currently no carrion demons engaged. So it'll go in a random direction, its movement. So that's going to be that way. And I also need to randomize which one's going to attack. From top to bottom, 1 through 6. To number 3, this guy. Still no demons engaged. No, or not. He ended up right there, up in that top corner of the board. So let's see what the next one does. Let's randomize a demon 1 through 5. We'll re-roll a 6. 2. So this demon is going to fly his movement back that way. He's going to follow his friend. Right there. He saw his buddy fly off and took off with him, I guess. That's going to bring it to me on 9. I think I'm going to activate my leader. No, I'm going to activate my tentacle beast, Himori, right here. Himori ends up right here, which brings us to a roll-off for activation, first activation on clock 8. I kind of want to lose this. I don't lose it. Just so we're clear, that's a 1. I rolled a 2. I would have won regardless, but I won so small. So I've used my 8 to push Kirito, one of my slaughter fiends, out. This means that this demon and this demon both have an enemy within 9 inches. So we're going to even or odd, even for that one, or odd for that one. Even. Top one's going to activate.
His algorithm, his part of the combat loop says that he will move his full movement up to 9 into base-to-base combat with him and make an attack. We're finally to the fun part. Right there in his face. So, combat. Carrion demons have a combat of 5. Kirito has a combat of 6. This means that the demon needs 4s to hit Kirito. The way the chart works is if your combat is greater than theirs, you need 2s. If you're equal to them, you need 3s. And if you are higher than them, if you are lower than them, you need 4s. So demon gets 5 dice, and he needs 4s. He gets 1, 2, 3 hits. Alright. Kirito has a combat of 6, so he gets 6 dice. I need 6s. Holy smokes, I spiked the snow out of that roll! Alright, so I got 3 successes there. These don't matter. I will cancel out 3 of his damage and take 2. This carrion demon, going to activate on the next 8 for the demon team, and he's going to fly right there and try to smack Homori. Now Homori is combat 4 for being a tentacle beast, but enemies within an inch of him get -1 of their combat. So the demon goes down to a 4. Tied combat, demon needs 3s. 3 successes. I'm combat 4. I need 6s. Oh, drop dice. I'm so bad at rolling dice, y'all will learn. 1 success. So we'll cancel that. Homori takes 2. Brings us to 4 as the next active demon. I don't have any 4s, so 2 demons are going to get to go next, and then I'll get to finish out my stuff. So the next 2 closest demons are going to be these 2, I believe. Let's see. Yes. And yes. I do believe that this one's a little bit closer. Ultimately, it doesn't matter because they're both going to activate. I went ahead and did both their movements just for the sake of streamlining things. So, carrion demons have a special rule that if they are within 1 inch of another carrion demon, they get +1 to their combat, which means +1 for their ability, -1 for Homori being a tentacle beast, keeps them at their 5 combat. So now to hit Homori, they need 2s. So that's a 5, looking for 2s. All 2s. That's 5 successes for the carrion demon. Let's see if Homori can do anything here. Ooh, nothing. Homori. Things don't look good, friend. Down to 2. Next demon's going to also swing at Homori. Same thing. 1 fail. That's something at least. That is something at least. Let's see. Come on, Homori. You got this. Homori, you don't got this. Alright, so Homori is dead. Wah, 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 wah. But that's okay, because we're about to avenge Homori super hard. My executioner can move 5 inches, which is enough to get him to this far demon. Right there. Which is where I want to be. Alright? And we're going to swing. So the executioner has a lot of... Alright. So Shogo, the executioner, is 8 combat. +1 for the charge. So 9s against combat 6, now that Homori's gone. Still need 2s. Oh yeah. That, my friends, is a whole bunch of successes. Okay. So, demon is combat 6. Needs 6s. Got 2. That'll cancel out 2 of my hits. Deal 7 damage. Which is still, luckily, just enough to kill a carrion demon. Next, we're going to charge Kenshin. Kenshin has a movement of 6, which I've already measured, and is plenty to get him to there. So he's going to charge in here. So he is combat 6 plus 1 for the charge. And as a spine demon, he can re-roll up to 3 of these. Looking for 2. That looks like a whole bunch of successes. Okay, I like it. Moving on to Demon's defense roll. He's combat 6 because he's still got a buddy nearby. He fails all of those, which is enough to smote another demon. Oh, one thing I forgot. Whenever you kill something, you get a soul dice. So you get a d6, we roll it, and then we can substitute those numbers for any dice. That's one of my dice or one of my opponent's dice. Those go right here. Now, if I don't use these at the end of the game when we get to the cleanup phase, because it is a campaign, when we get to the cleanup phase, I can cash these in for a number of souls. I want to say it's 6 flat, but I'll have to read that again when I get back to the cleanup phase. Anyways, moving on, Kenshin was the 2. So I'm going to activate, I got a 1 left, we're going to activate Emma O here. She's got a 7-inch movement, which is going to get her around Kirito and into that charge. So Emma O, the zealot leader of my cabal, has a base combat of 6, plus 1 for the charge, and plus 2 for frenzy, her special ability from being a zealot, that says whenever she attacks, she gets plus 2 to her combat. If she's attacking a leader, she would get plus 3. So I'm definitely looking for 2s right here. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of 1s. Oh my goodness. Okay. Day's not ruined yet. It's not over, so that's still potentially enough to kill. That demon is alone, so it has a combat rating of 5. No successes. Dead demon. And a soul dice for me. 4. I'll take it. Last activation is going to be Baku, who is slow as Christmas. He's going to just kind of trundle up his 4-inch movement to right there. Get off the widget, Baku. So before the next round starts, the swarm can amplify. These guys have found food. They're putting out the call. They're screaming. They're hooping. They're hollering. They're trying to bring in the rest of the herd, flock. I don't know what a herd of demons is called. I'm going to say herd, though. So, on a 3+, a demon comes back. Nope. That doesn't count. It was already rolled a 1. That does count, though. And, yes, so 2 of them are going to come back. They come back in one of their starting deployment zones. So, we're going to say even, odd. We're going to randomize it for the first demon. Odd. So, he's going to come back right about there. And for the second demon, even. So he's up on the top side. Right, I'll say right about there. Seems right there where demons there when we started this. And then we go to initiative step. Activation dice for the demon setup. And I get 6 because poor Himori met an early end. Holy smokes. So I've played at this point quite a few games of Reign in Hell, both in the solo mode and just head-to-head PvP. Haven't really played that much co-op yet, but this might be the best initiative roll I have ever had. I don't even... Do I come over here and, like, clean this up? Do Took over. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna swing him. I think I can clean this guy out. This guy did some damage to a guy, so I can pump my justice one more. I think this is the best play because that thing is absolutely positively going to swing at me. Also, I'm jumping the gun here because I might not even get to go first. The demon, as well as myself, has a 12, so I should be rolling some dice here. After all, that is what we're here to do. All right, and now, of course, the demon gets the first activation. So, the demon that is already within a half inch. Well, he's not technically within a half inch yet, but he is the closest to an enemy. So he will scoot and swing. He is combat 5, because he doesn't have any buddies with him right now, against Shoko the Executioner's combat 8. He needs 4s. Wow. Good roll, carrying demon. Get in there. Shoko needs 6s to evade. That's not great. Now I have a justice of... Nope, I have a justice of 1 right now and no 5s. Alright, so I can... No. Yes, I have a 3. So I'm going to take away one of their successes with a soul dice. And then I guess I'm going to eat 4 damage. Bringing Shoko from 12 down to 8. Now, Shoko's going to make it. Shoko's already within a half inch, so he will focus combat, giving him +1. Hitting on 2. That's a pretty solid roll. Only 1 miss. And... no, I don't need to use the soul dice there. Okay. So... demons got 5 combat to defense with. Looking for 6s. That is an abysmal roll on the part of the demon. That is a dead demon. Giving me another soul dice. A 5 that time. Moving to demons on their second activation of 12, which is going to be that demon who is definitely the closest. So he will fly. Yeah, he's definitely closer to her. He'll fly to there. Demon has a combat of 5 because he doesn't have any friends. So he's less than her 6, looking for 4s. That is 2 successes. Emma is combat 6, looking for 6s. 1 6, cancels out that. Emma takes 1 damage from 13 down to 12. And then I get to go on 12. She is going to swing back. So Emma is base 6 and +1 for focus combat and +2 for being a zealot. She's looking for 2s. I will use my Steadfast Soul, which is my leader essence, which says that when I use focus combat, I can change 1 dice to a 6. Now I also rolled a natural 6, which will trigger my Hammer of Thunder, 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 Thunder. It's good on a nat 6. I deal 2 damage to everything within 3 inches. So that's 2 damage marked on that already. Means it's down to 4. I have 9 hits against combat 5. Demon really needs to spike this roll. Does not spike that roll. That is a dead demon. Also, I generated my soul dice there. He killed a demon that had hit Himori, so he also gets +1 to his justice.
And that'll be me again on 10. I'm going to have to think about this one for a second. Okay, so I went ahead and moved both of the models. I moved Okina up from here to force this demon to attack here so that I can then get a charge off with Kenshin. Over here, I'm trying to move my way towards that objective, but I'm not going to get far and I can't attack. So I decided to take advantage of the shrine. So this statue head terrain piece was rolled as a shrine. So on a 4+, I can I'm going to supplicate myself to the shrine, and on a 4+, I get an extra combat for the remainder of the game. All right, so I got it, but when I get it, I become racked. This shrine is cursed. So here on a 5-up, if I roll a 5-up, I lose a soul dice. 3, I do not lose a soul dice. Outstanding. Moving forward to demons on activation 8. That's going to be this demon, cruising on up to him. He's the closest, and taking a shot. Okay, demon is combat 5. Cannot use combat ability, so it doesn't get a bonus for charging, and doesn't have any friends by, so it doesn't get a bonus there. Okina is combat 6, so the demon needs 4s. Demon has a pretty decent roll, getting 3 successes. Okina's combat 6, looking for 6s here. None 6s. Okina will take 3 damage, dropping down to 7. It will be this demon because he's closer and he's going to move his full 9 towards the closest enemy. So that'll get him almost to being able to attack, but not quite. Just shy, my friend. So I had a little bit of a goof here. I had a 9. I looked at this and I could have sworn that it was a 6, but it's a 9. But that's okay, because if I had to go there, my movement is going to be to push Baku up his 4 inches onto this objective. His 4 inches took him to like right on the objective, and as I have a 7 to activate before the last demon's 2, Kenshin was within his 6 inch to make a charge here, so he is base 6 plus 1 for the charge, and as a spine demon can re-roll up to 3 of these, looking for 2s. Does not need any re-rolls. Himura Kenshin is just that good. Comment below if you know what that reference and what that name is from, because I think we should probably be best friends. Demon has combat 5, looking for 6s. I got 1, however, not enough. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead demon. I get a soul dice. 4. Over to the sheet. On to last demon's activation, which will be this guy over here, flying this way. And because he can fly, because I think it looks cool, demon's going to end his movement right there. Now this terrain piece here is haunted, so the ghosts that haunt the place will try to reach out their ghostly clutches and grab hold to this demon. On a 5-up, that demon will suffer 2 damage from the spectral grasp. 6. Demon will take 2 damage. Brings us to the end of the round. So it's time to see how many demons get called back to the swarm. So that'll be 3 of the 4 dead will return. We'll get over here and place those in just a second. We're going to say even for that top deployment zone, odd for that bottom deployment zone. 3 demons, 3 dice. So that's going to be 2 into the bottom, 1 into the top. Getting set up right there. The swarm is thick. So now, time for the good stuff. Demon initiative is set up. Let's see what I get. Ended up with a fairly... Oh, there's one more. There was another 3.
pretty mediocre roll. But I do get a roll off for this first activation. So I get the first activation. And what to do here? I think I'm gonna no. What do I do here? I'm gonna move. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna have to think about this for a second, guys. Okay, I think I figured out what I want to do. I don't know if this is right. I'm gonna combat skirmish with Kenshin. He's not gonna get his charge bonus. He's not going to get any bonus for a skirmish, but it will let me pop over here, hit him, and then pop back to where I'm at. I am right at 3 inches away, so I can still force them to come at me one at a time, which is what I want. So we're going to pop over here and pop, 6 dice. Because combat, he's got a bonus, so they're combat, both combat 6. He needs 4s. Alright, so I'm going to use some soul dice here. We're going to make this into a 4. We're going to make this into a 4. We're going to make this into a 4. I got to do some work here. Okay, so 5 successes for Kenshin with a lot of soul manipulation, a lot of necromancy in the house, and 6s. I don't like that. So 1/6 cancels. Demon takes 4 down to 2, and then Kenshin's gonna pop back to where he was. So he's still got 3 inches of movement. Skirt. Down on 12. Next, the closest demon will activate, which will be this fella. And because he has to move to get his swings off, that means he's not going to get his extra piece of bonus. So without the bonus, the demon stays at combat 5. Kirito, however, because he's supplicated himself at the shrine, is currently combat 7. So, needing 4s. That's a pretty good roll. Let's push those to the side. See what we get. That is not a great roll. So he's going to take 5 damage. Down to 3. Ooh. Okay. Next closest demon is going to be one of these two. So we're going to randomize it for even or odd. Odd, so it will be the southern one, and he's going to fly down and potentially finish my friend off. Now I am here, I have a once per game ability for my philosophy called Enforce the Rule. And it says that once per battle, when attacked, a judge can shut off the special abilities of an opponent. So I'm going to turn off his ability to get the bonus dice to keep him at combat 5 against my 7, needing 4s. Drop dice don't count. So, only 2 successes there, which is still potentially enough to kill him. I need 1/6 here. 1/6 to stay alive. Come on, give it to me. Yes! 1/6! I'm alive. Oh no, sorry, I was at 3 health. But still, my heart is racing. So good job, Garrett. To me on 11. I am going to charge with my leader, and I'm going to charge to right here. She's got a 7-inch movement, so that should be, she should be super okay there. Yeah, plenty of room. Skeet on in there. on an 11, and let's hope for a 6 here. So I'm combat 6, +1 for the charge, +2 for being a zealot, and I'm swinging against combat 5 because this one does not have a friendly model within an inch. That's what we wanted to see right there. Natural 6 triggers my Hammer of Thunder. That's going to be 2 damage to all those demons within 3, which is going to be all of them. Anyways, moving on. All those hit against combat 5. They need 6s. Nothing. Dead demon. Goodbye. I get a new soul dice. 3. We'll take it. Goodness gracious, I cannot hold on to it. I told y'all, I am terrible at keeping dice on the table. Comment below if you share that problem. That is the demons on 8. Both of those have activated, which will make these two the closest. Him being the closer of the two. Will fly over to Kenshin and swing. So he's going to be combat 5 at this point because he doesn't have a buddy nearby against combat 6 on Kenshin, so needing 4s. That was a 3. That is 1 hit. Kenshin, have you taken any damage yet? You have not, so we'll roll with that. We'll save that soul dice against combat 6. Boom! Spiked it hard. Not that it mattered, but it's always nice to see that. Moving on. Next demon. You know what? I think these are pretty close to equal. Let me check. He is just a fraction closer to Kenshin than to Akina. So he will fly here and swing. So he's combat 6 now, but he's got a buddy nearby. So 6 on 6, he needs 3s. That's cock dice. Hit. So 2 misses. 4 hits. Kenshin's got combat 6, needing 6s. You couldn't spike it again for me, bro? That's okay. He'll take 4 damage. That's his first damage of the game, and I gotta find a dice to mark that with. First damage of the game, besides, he is not a particularly resilient demon. So he's gonna be down to 3 off of that combat. That's both the demons on 8, which will be then me on 4. Okay, so the demons are out of activations because I killed this one over here who had not activated yet, which means it's going to be me for a minute. It's coming up me, baby! Alright, so we're going to combat skirmish right here with Okina. So since he's skirmishing, he gets no bonuses, so it's 6 on 6, looking for 3s. That's a pretty good roll. Take out the 2 fails. Combat 6 for the carrion demon. Blocks 1. Demon takes 3 down to 3. And then he's going to move his 6 to 4 to right there. Ending an inch away from enemy models. Dice to activate. Now we're going to see if we can get Mr. Executioner in there. So he's got a movement of 5. Oh, yes, that will work. So charge him in. Do some work. So Executioner is base combat 8, +1 for the charge. Now, because that demon that I'm attacking has less than 4 health, or 4 health or less, I can re-roll any of these dice that are not 2. So re-rolling once. Re-roll. 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 So that's going to be 9 potential coming in against combat 6. Need 6s. Blocks none of it. Dead demon. Soul dice. Justice point. All right. Next two activations, Baku is going to stay put right where he is on this objective, and Kirito is going to swing at this demon. He's going to use focus combat, so he is base 7, again, because he supplicated at the shrine and succeeded. His prayer was answered, and he was denied the curse. And then also, because he's a slaughter fiend, he gets +2 for focus combat instead of +1. Looking for 2s. Couple of 1s in there. We'll get those out. Still a good chance at being a dead demon here. Demon's got a buddy nearby looking for 6s. No 6s. Dead demon. And then I need a soul dice. That's a 6. We'll take that for certain. And that'll bring us to the end of round 3. Going to round 4. Let's see how many demons come back to life. Currently 4 dead carrion beasts. So on a 3-up, demon comes back. So that will be all of them coming back. So close to clearing the board. Okay, let's see where they come back. Even for the northern deployment zone, odd for the southern deployment zone. So we got 3 going to the northern zone and 1 coming to the south. We'll get those set up and take a look at the board from that point. Respawn new demons are on the board. We got the 3 up here in the northern side coming to wreak havoc, and we got 1 down here. Got demon initiative set up, all 6 back on the board. Time to roll mine. That's a pretty decent roll off here to see who's going to activate first on 12. I ended up with 12, 12, 7, 5, 3, 1 for first activation on 12. Oh, demon activation says that the demon who is in engagement range will always activate first. So that'll be this guy. He doesn't have any friends nearby, so he's combat 5 against my combat 6, so needs 4s. 1, 2, 3 successes. I'm going to use 2 soul dice here to take away those to leave them with 1 success, because I don't want Kenshin to die, and he doesn't have a lot of health left. He's pretty squishy. So then that'll be my 6. Block the 1 remaining. Kenshin is fine. That'll be dice down. My activation on 12, which is going to be to activate the Executioner to charge it. Okay, so the Executioner is base 8, +1 for the charge. Rerolling everything because that demon is at 2 health. Looking for 2s. Rerolling 1s. Reroll. Reroll. Successes. Alright, so most likely looking at a dead demon here. Combat 5 for that demon. Blocks 2 of them, but still takes 6, which is enough to kill that demon. I get a soul dice. And he gets a justice dice. Bringing us to demons on 12. I think one of those 2 will be closer. We'll say even for the top one, odd for the bottom one. Even the top one will. That demon, that carrion beast flew up. Its movement still keeps it within, or just barely outside of an inch. Demon is combat 5 against my combat 6, looking for 4s. That's 2 successes against my combat 6. And that'll be 2 damage. Taking her down to... Correction, she already had a damage on her. She was at 12 out of 13, so that'll take her down to 10. And then it will be my activation on 12. I'm going to use my second 12 to swing with Kirito, because he's really low on health, and that demon will be one of the next ones to attack. I mean, probably should have already attacked already, but I just didn't see it. So my bad. So Kirito is base 6, +1 for the shrine, and then +2 for focus combat because he is a slaughter fiend. Looking for 2s. Good roll. Demon, not within an inch. Looking for 6s. Nothing. Dead demon. Soul dice. 2. Alright. Moving on. But it's going to be 2 demons in a row. It's going to be that demon, and then that demon looks closer. So we'll scoot. We'll do it even or odd. We'll see which one goes. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they're both going before. Okay, so for the demon swinging at Emma O, that's going to be combat 6 against combat 6. Looking for 3s. That's 2 misses, 4 hits, 1 success. So I'll take 3 there. She goes down to 7. That's my smoke alarm went off right during that roll. But that's going to be 5 on 6. Looking for 4s. No successes. 8 and 8, which will be then my activations on 7, 5, and 3 before the demons get going too. Hopefully there won't be any demons. Alright, so Kenshin, my spine demon, is within 6 inches to charge this demon, this carrion beast. So he'll charge in there on 7. He is base combat 6, plus 1 for the charge. Hitting on 2s, I can reroll up to 3 of these. 1 reroll. Good. Alright. Demon is combat 5 right now. No successes. Dead demon. I get a soul dice. 2. Alright, moving on. I'm going to try something a little bit squirrely here. So I'm going to try to do a combat skirmish with Emma. I'm going to attack this demon, and hopefully I'm just going to plow through that joker and then be able to slide over here back to this objective. Emma O is base 6. 2 for being a zealot. No bonus for the combat skirmish. On 2s. Okay, we really like seeing this now. So I'm not exactly sure what's supposed to happen here, but I've been playing it where the things that are proc on that Nat 6s only proc once, because otherwise it feels way too powerful. But that Nat 6 will do 2 damage to every demon within 3, which might even... I think that one's just out. But definitely hit those guys for 2 damage. So this demon needs a really good save here. He's got a bonus, so combat 6. Saves 1 of them, but still shall perish. Dead demon. Ooh, I don't even know what soul dice. No worries. I found 1. We get a 5 on that soul dice. My next activation will be on a 3. Oh, wait, no. What am I talking about? Emma's still got to move. So she's got a 7-inch movement. So she can get to right here. She can't quite fit through there, but I'm pretty sure that's close enough to gain the objective. However, I will have to take a haunted house test. So, safe. The rulebook just says having more models closer. So I guess I would be controlling there. Anyways, I've got another activation. She was my 5. And then I've got Baku's going to stay still on... No. Sorry. We're going to go ahead and move him, his 6, up and onto that objective. He'll take the 3. There is 1 demon left to activate who hasn't gone yet. It's this one who's just going to scoot over to engagement range and take some swings at Emma. Combat 5 because they don't have a friend nearby. Looking for 4s, 2 successes. I'm okay with that. Emma's combat 6. 1 success, so it takes 1 down to 6. And then there are no other demons. So I get to go on 1. Baku is going to stay put. Bringing us to round 5, where it all matters. We got 4 dead demons. That's going to be 4 3-ups. 3 of them are coming back. Evens for the north deployment, odds for the southern deployment. So it's going to be 2 for the north, 1 to the south. Up like that. Still a real heavy swarm up here. Just the one down here. Don't know that there's anything that I can do about that. But it is time for me to roll some initiative dice and see how the turn's going to look. Really needing some 12s here. Alright, got 1. So at least I get a roll-off chance. 12, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. This dice was caught in the tray, so it was kind of like between a 7 or a 12. It wasn't sitting flat, so I re-rolled it and got a 9. So there's going to be a roll-off. I super want to win this. Oh, but I don't. Alright, demons go first on 12. Demons go first on 12. There is a demon in engagement range, so that one will swing first at Emma. So that's going to be combat 5. On combat 6, looking for 4s. That's a cock dice. Getting quite a few successes. I'm going to burn a soul dice to make one of those into a failure. And then I will roll my defense. Getting 1 success, shaving that to 2, bringing her down to 4. Alright, then I get to activate on 12. Okay, it's turn 5. I got to get in there. So I'm going to use this 6 that I have as a soul dice to add that to his movement of 6, which will get me around here and to just about there, which is within an inch, which for a charge, it says that you have to finish within an inch. However, for my regular, well, it won't matter because there isn't a turn 5. But if there were, right there, I would be outside of a half inch, so if there were another turn and he got to activate again, he would have to move in. So it would have to be a skirmish combat for him, or a move and attack for him to be able to get there. Not a skirmish. Not a skirmish. It would just be a move, but it wouldn't be a charge because you have to be outside of an inch to charge. So then he's going to take a swing there. He's going to be combat 6 base and 1 for the charge. Looking for 2s. Pretty good roll. Get that out of there. Scoot these down. Where do I want to get that out of there? I'm going to soul dice that into a 2 because I want to kill this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He doesn't have a friend nearby, so the carry needs to combat 5. Passes 1. Will still take 6, which is a dead demon. And a soul dice. Dice in the floor again. That's a 3 this time. I'll take it. Next demon activation on 12. This demon is the same distance to here as this demon is to here. So we're going to do an even or odd. Even for the north demon, odd for the south demon. Odd. It is the southern demon who will attack. So he will move in and probably murder Kenshin here. Let's see. Combat 5 against combat 6, so it needs 4s. That's a good roll. Combat 6 for Kenshin. We'll make one of these a failure. Burn a soul dice. That's what they're there for. I get 1 success. I have no 6s, so that is just enough to kill him. So that'll be me on 9 next. And I want to go ahead and go with Kirito. I want him to try to get a little bit of work done. So he's going to come charge to here and hit that guy. I'm going to put his dice on him. So he's combat 7 because of the shrine. And then +1 for the charge. Hitting on 2. That's a cock dice. That's a miss, though. Alright. Combat 5 for the carrion beast because he's by himself. Drop dice. 1 success, which is still enough to kill that demon. Roll a soul dice. Put that on the sheet. And then it'll be a roll off for clock number 8. I'm going to charge Emma here. And that'll be combat 6 base, 1 for the charge, 2 more for being a zealot, hitting on 2s. 2 misses. Combat 6 on this one because it's got a friend nearby. Fail. Dead demon. Yes! Soul dice. Give it to me. 4. Net. There's only 1 demon left to activate, and it's this one. We'll turn around and fly over to Emma. Roll his 5 dice against her 6. Needing 4s, because she's less than. 3. Alright, so I can't die to this. 3 6s. Got 1 6. So I will take 2 damage. Down to 2 health remaining. And then it's me on 7. So I need to do a combat skirmish here. Yes, because I'm not going to be able to kill all the demons, so I have to get the objectives. So I'm going to have to combat skirmish and use a dice to add to my movement. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. So we're going to use a 5. So we've moved into place to make our attack. We're going to be base 8. No bonuses there because I'm not charging. I'm doing a skirmish. But still hitting on 2s. No rerolls. Pretty good swing. You don't have any friends nearby, so that'll be on 6s or 5 combat. Nothing. Dead demon. Soul dice. Move to the objective, and that will be a victory for the judges. We've gotten through the first mission. We'll go through the in-game process.
Upon closer examination of the battlefield, your cabal discovers a golden scroll case, and in doing so notice it is embossed with the sigils and markings of the Directorate of Hell. Reading the vellum inside, you see the following message. Racidian, I have managed to escape from the vile human purge. If you receive this letter, you must collect the Oculus Spear and meet me in the city of Javek. If we are to rebuild the Directorate, we will need the power and relics that have been hidden there. You must bring the spear, for it is the key to the dimensional vault.
Alright, let's get into post-game. So, 2 casualties in the narrative, in the solo. Maybe the most I've lost. Plus, I almost lost a third because Kirito was hanging on there at just 1 health for a long time. But, pulled it through, got the victory. We're going to move on to the next mission. But before we do that, we're going to get some loot, maybe. Hopefully. We want loot. So, let's see. Victory conditions. Nope, we did that. So I managed to get a golden scroll. I got the scroll. I gained 1 additional roll on the rewards table. Okay, and for that, we'll need to go to the main rule book. So we're going to flip over here. And I love, this is a quality of life thing with this game that I love more and more every time I'm exposed to it. But I absolutely love that when they wrote this, they referenced the page numbers that you need for things. It's a simple, what's this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words and 2 numbers. And it is just an amazing quality of life feature that I absolutely adore. All right. Step number 1. The effects of death. So I did have 2 friends die. Hamori as well as Kenshin. So we're going to have to make some rolls for them. Hopefully they survive. Set them right there. So we're going to roll on this table for each model slain and record any changes. So with this, something good could happen, something bad could happen, or potentially nothing could happen. So, let's see. That's a 9 and a 3 makes 12. 9 to 16, no effect. No effect is better than bad effect. So that was for Kenshin. And then we'll do another roll for Hamori. That's a, bring that back over here. That's a 4 though. That's a 2 and a 4. That would be Soul Warp. Demon's abilities are reset back to its starting scores and status. Oh, well, wait, nope, but I rolled a 6. Okay, so I can spend one of my 5 soul dice that I had left to re-roll this, and I'm going to do that. So I have 4 soul dice remaining to a 7, which is weakened, which is still way, way, way better than losing 1 is way better than losing 2. So Hamori, we're gonna reduce his, I don't want him to be any worse at fighting, so we're gonna reduce his movement. He's slowed down to a 7. Okay. And I was right earlier. Each remaining soul dice is worth 6 souls. So that'll put me, I had 5, spent 1, 4, 6 times 4 is 24. Next, rewards table. You had to roll on this table, and then it will tell you another table to roll on, or that nothing happened. I had to roll on this an extra time. So the first roll, that was a terrible place to roll dice. That is a 16. So roll once on the relic table, and then I'm going to go ahead and see what my other one is. It's a 9. Roll once on the essence table. So here we've got some more handy dandy tables that all use 2d12. So for my relic, please don't be this one. The last few times I played this game, I've gotten a bunch of like extra stuff. No special relic. Every time. God bless America. Look at that. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just kept my mouth shut, and maybe something something nice would have happened. That's what I get. Anyways, on to this essence that I'm going to get. That is a 13, which is no special essence found. Whew, guys, you're killing me, Smalls. You're absolutely killing me, Smalls. Titles. All right, so for this one, Hamori could potentially get a title at some point. So we're going to make a note, because he was the first one to die. So we're going to make a note on him of die first. He's done it once. If he does that twice in a row, he will get that title. With the titles, it helps to build the narrative, which is awesome, but it also gives you a little bonus or unbonus. And other than that, I got 2 marks on Soul Stealer. No, I got 1 mark on Soul Stealer on Shoko. So we're going to come right here and go Soul Stealer 1. Oh, but it's in a single game, so that doesn't matter. All right, so looks like no titles yet. We'll try to keep track of that. A scenario doesn't grant any extra special experience bonuses. Each demon gets 1. Everybody who survives gets 2. And the leader, since I was victorious, the leader gets 1. So we got 3, 2, 2, 1, because, oh no, Kirito didn't die. What am I doing? I'm trying to cheat myself out of XP. Oh, mercy. Don't do that. Homori is going to get 1 XP because he was slain. Kenshin is going to get 1 XP because he was slain. And Baku, big body Baku, will get 2 XP. Your members of your cabal will advance and level just whenever they hit the benchmark for the XP, they will level. Recruitment and expeditions. Also, I skipped a step. There is a step where you can cull the weak if you want. For example, if you have a demon who has consistently underperformed, you can get rid of them. I don't want to cull anybody in the first game. You know, they might have been nervous. You never know. Benefit of the doubt. Now, if they let me down again, they might get gone. But for now, they are safe. I don't want to recruit any more demons. However, I am going to go out on an expedition. So there are 2 types of expeditions. There's a rushed expedition, which costs 20 souls, and you can roll a d6 right then on the spot. On a 5+, you can immediately make another roll on the rewards table. I don't like that. I don't like 20 souls for a 1 in 3 chance. So my normal bet is to take a normal expedition, which is 10 souls, and at the end of the next battle that you complete, you get to roll a chart, and you get to roll on a 4-up. I'll take a 50-50 chance over a 3.33 repeating chance any day of the week. So we're going to come right here. We're going to make a new spot for expeditions. And I'm just going to put a check mark to let myself know that I'm out on an expedition, and once after my next game when I complete that, I will circle it and continue on in that fashion. That wraps up our first game in the solo campaign for Reign in Hell. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed playing it. I hope that you will come back and check in the next video. Until then, may the dice ever be in your favor. Bye, y'all.